Thank you for being here. I want to welcome everybody. We get together every month and stop and recognize all sorts of things that are going on and special accomplishments and special achievements. We had a big week last week where we recognized our Officer Employees of the Year from 2019, I think. Sounds right. And we'll be doing another one of those here in April of this year. And we get to recognize some of our outstanding employees here in just a minute. We will do that as we do each month, and want to present them some tokens of our appreciation this morning. So let me start. Let's see which one we want to. There we go. All right, Ms. Johnson, will you step up here with me? You can come up here. There we go. We've been hanging out this morning, so
Yeah,
okay.
I need to wake up.
It says, I have always found Elizabeth to be great with her customer service and a positive asset to our department. She's a true team player, evident by the fact that she adores individuals, buckles down, and consistently attempts to lift the spirits of everyone around her. The other day, while finishing up with a client, the client asked if she could speak with her supervisor. The client began praising Ms. Johnson and wanted to let me know how grateful she was that Ms. Johnson went above and beyond meeting her needs. It's not because of this one encounter that I nominate Ms. Johnson, but because she does this on a daily basis, regardless of what she may have going on. Her eagerness to take on tasks such as translating for our clients and staff between the two offices, all while staying on top of her own workload. I've only worked with her for a brief time, but found her to be trustworthy, productive, and dependable. It's not only for these reasons, but many more that I nominate her for Employee of the Month. That's fantastic. We will sure do this. This page will get us. All right, there's your certificate. Let's see. That's 8 hours of leave off for free. It's a credit card. There's a coin for you. There we go. And we'll give you a tumbler with some goodies. I see some candy in there as well. So,
I'm going to eat it now.
There we go. There. Congratulations to you. Thank you very much. So Ms. Johnson has a great story, by the way. Came here from Venezuela, and it was a secret, but I'm going to tell it anyway. I thought this was a cool story. She said she came here because of a woman named Maria Toro. Love Maria Toro, great person. So I thought, well, that's cool. Wonder how. I didn't ask, but she said, I came here because Maria Toro told me to come here. This is a good job. And then she said, I was Maria Toro's bartender. So. Good for Maria Toro and good for Ms. Johnson. So glad that you're. I wasn't going to tell on you, but that was a good story. You told me. All right. Okay. All right, Ms. Schmitz, would you stand up? On August 10th, approximately 1:30 p.m., Warrant Officer Schmitz arrived at North Natchez Court to serve a detainer warrant. As he approached, he heard loud arguing inside the building and the entrance was locked. Walking to the back, he heard 3 gunshots inside and immediately moved towards his vehicle for cover and called dispatch. A female emerged from the building and fell on her hands and knees, but was able to get up and be directed to safety. He unholstered his duty weapon and repositioned behind the vehicle until backup arrived. Several warrant officers arrived and set up a perimeter. Officer Schmitz located the female and confirmed she was not shot, injured, or needing medical. A male attendant then walked out of the building, and Officer Schmitz instructed him to keep his hands in sight and directed him to the deputies. DCSO maintained the perimeter until NPD arrived and SWAT cleared the building. A male subject was detained and arrested for numerous charges, including an outstanding domestic violence warrant and possession of a firearm. It is for these reasons and others I'd like to nominate Officer Charles Schmitz for Officer of the Month. Congratulations. There we go. Hang on one second. We'll give you some. Here's your credit card for some leave off. Well deserved. Here's your ribbon for your uniform. And there's your tumbler and some goodies. And congratulations, job well done. Appreciate you very much. I'm not going to embarrass your guests, but can I just tell the story of, can I do that? I didn't say it was going to be in confidence when they told me all this stuff. I didn't promise I wouldn't tell anybody. So he has a guest here with him who, I think this is cool, who was his middle school crush, right? It just so happened to work out many years later. And what I thought was cool about the story was that he said, I just couldn't talk to her in middle school. So years later, but thank you for being here, and great story, and I hope everything works out. I hope he feels comfortable talking to you now. He was bragging about you. So, okay, let me see if I can get Officers Wall and Griffy to come down. I'll read something, or come over. I'm sorry, I knew. I'm going to read you the letter that applies to both of you. Is that okay? So, it says, I'm writing to congratulate you on becoming the latest Nashville-Davidson County Sheriff's Office employee to earn the title of Certified Jail Officer by the American Jail Association. By passing this exam, you're now nationally recognized as an expert in the field of corrections and one who's committed to our mission of being a leader in the field of corrections. Additionally, I could not be more proud of you for taking the initiative to pursue this next level of professional development. The DCSO is seen across the country as a model agency, and it is employees such as yourself that make that possible. Leading this organization is made much easier with officers who care about their job and strive to continue to improve. It is my hope that you will continue to grow as an officer and influence those around you to be the best they can be. I appreciate your years of service and want to spend and hope that you'll find a career here and spend the rest of your time with the DCSO. Congratulations to both of you. Nope. There's your letter. We'll give you Mr. Griffy first. I don't have the mask on. There, hang on one second. There we go. And we get Ms. Wall. There we go. Let's see. And we'll give you there's your pin and your ribbon for your uniform, and your pin and your ribbon for your uniform as well. There we go. Congratulations. Thank you guys both. Anybody know this answer? Anybody know when the CJO started, the first one? Marcia? Put you on the spot.
It was several years after CJM was Dan McDonald out of LA County.
Okay.
So probably about 3 to 4 years after CJM, and CJM was 96.
Okay. So who has the most CJOs in the country?
We are.
Of course we do. But thank you both for pursuing that. It is, like I tell people all the time, it's hard to find people that grow up wanting to do this line of work, right? We all end up here for different reasons and different career paths. And but when you find something and you're trying to grow, Marcia is a poster child for professional development. She's pursued many of things. Tell the story a lot. I was at a conference 20 years ago and looked up, running down the hallway, and here comes Marcia, and she had paid her own way in some other city to go learn and to educate herself. And so to take it and pursue the CJO, we have a lot of these folks doing. I see, I think Mr. Dial the other day congratulating several people who just received it. I read that often. So thank you both. Congratulations for your accomplishment. Let's see if Mr. Walker, Mr. Slusher, Thomas Walker, where's Thomas Walker and Mr. Slusher? Can you come on down here? Right. He don't look too sure about coming down here. We was going to ask you to sing. Do you mind singing? They're up to something. I don't know what they're saying. It says, if there is a problem or a solution that is needed, Thomas Walker and Ray Slusher are on it. Together they brainstorm the situation and come up with a plan to accomplish what is needed, and do so with a smile. When the COVID pandemic hit last year, they creatively thought of a new approach to administer the HiSET exam so our population could continue to receive their high school diplomas. They are the best, fun-loving, dedicated, on-point testing administrators ever. Does that sound like Ms. Pruitt? It does to me. You cannot ask for a better team than Ray and Thomas. Together they have administered nearly 2,000 exams, issued nearly 2,000 vouchers for students to take the test, which is about a $40,000 savings for our agency. And 360 students have earned their HiSET diplomas due to their dedication and diligence. They are STEP employees, but their efforts are full-time excellence. Congratulations on a job well done. I want to present them with a pen. There we go. Raymond, thank you very much. Appreciate you. Give you a coin. Mr. Walker.
Thank you, sir.
Good. Appreciate you very much as well. That wasn't that hard, man. See? Congratulations. I told Mr. Slusher, I said, that wasn't that hard. He goes, I liked it. So I'm glad he liked it. All right, let's see if we can get Mr. Hampton, Mr. Goodale, Sean Lloyd, Ms. Hickerson. I know you're on the front row, I'm just reading, but I'll make sure. I told y'all we had a lot of good things today. It says on September 18, 2021, Officer Tyler Hampton and WellPath nurse Kayla Hickerson were conducting MedPass in DDC 3C when an inmate tied a bed sheet around his neck and then around the railing of the top tier. The inmate then slid through the railing and let himself hang and almost immediately went unconscious. Officer Hampton called a code green, then he and the nurse both immediately responded to the area. Sergeant Robert Goodale and Sergeant Sean Lloyd were the first two responding officers into 3C. Sergeant Lloyd moved the day room TV chair under the inmate, then lifted him up, removing pressure from his neck, while Goodale ran up the stairs to cut the inmate down. Upon the inmate being cut down, he regained consciousness. The inmate is alive today because of the officer, two sergeants, and a nurse. It is my recommendation they all be recognized for their quick professional action which result in saving a man's life. Yeah. What else you say? Wow. Congratulations to you. Thank you. Job well done. Sergeant, appreciate you. Job well done. Thank you. Thank you very much. Appreciate you. All right, there we go. Thank you, guys. Appreciate you. So congratulations to everybody. There's, gosh, so much going on here, and officers, employees of the month, and professional development, and obviously in the middle of an event that saved a man's life. And I just hope we had a conversation upstairs about trying to find some good in life and good in people, and that's not easy to do these days. The way the world is kind of wired a little more negative than it should be. But I hope. Spent a week last week trying to do some things a little different, trying to eat some healthy donuts and healthy pizzas, and wear a little more relaxed uniform for a while, and hopefully stop and say thank you if you were there on Thursday night. Our awards dinner, which is my favorite thing we do. We get to stop and get away from here, present some service pins for all the years of service. Beth Gentry's in here. I saw Beth in 40 years of service. How about that? Give her. I see Miss Price, Miss Francis in here. How about that? 55 years of service, something like that. I mean, that's older than most of, not me, but most of y'all. How about that? So these people have been coming to work here. So and a smile on your face. I loved what Miss Nelson said about Miss Johnson, just lifting up people who are around you. You know, it's important to find people who do that. So, but I hope last week, I hope we can find some ways moving forward to make you feel appreciated. This is a tough line of work. It's tough to, it's tough to be able to stop and to say thank you and that we appreciate you. And I hope we continue to find ways to do that. Put something out on the monitor the other day or several weeks back that our staffing is a challenge. That's what we're all working towards. I don't know where you eat. I don't know where you get your hair done. I don't know where you get your gas in your car. I don't know, but I promise you this, they're having trouble hiring people. Wherever you go, do any of that. I mean, just about every restaurant you go to, just about everything you do, it'll say our hours are now this. That's really based on I can't find people. I was just out of town this weekend. It's not just Nashville, it's everywhere. And so employees are tough to find, and when you find them, you want to keep them. So we're going to work really hard to keep the ones we have, but we're very aggressively trying to grow our recruiting world and try to find staff to help the facilities primarily. There's no secret about that, but these are challenging times, and so just finding good people and getting them to come here. So our HR staff, and Regina and Kirk Hopkins, we've got a whole recruitment world we're trying to grow, but we're also changing our processes to, the word is onboarding, a much easier way to get in here and try to get you through training and then get you to work. So a lot going on in the world of recruitment. I hope we'll be able to see some improvements as we go. All sorts of other things are happening. We will catch you up on this. I just talk this way. Don't get focused on the words. I call it Trump money and Biden money. Trump money there was COVID money when Trump was the president. That's come and gone. That was hazard pay and other things. There's Biden money that we had to apply for. We're receiving some information the last few days about some of that money that I think will help us. I don't see it as hazard pay. We applied for that. We'll let you know. But there's some equipment, I think some really good things that can help us, including kind of an air purifying system that reduces the ability not just for COVID, but for the next COVID. And it's expensive. We normally wouldn't be able to do it. And we're going to take a lot of money, and that's called Biden money. You apply to that. There's vehicles, there's technology that we're going to be able to get that I think as a result of COVID, you can now apply for this money. And we've received word that we should get a lot of that money. That'll help us. We'll let you know, but we'll let you know how it impacts you and what we're doing moving forward. A lot happening in the world of that. This time of year, we're getting close. I cannot believe it's November. What the crap happened? I mean, it is November. But several years ago, we kind of, as an agency, we met for 6 months and tried to come up with what is our charity? We're going to put our arms around. We've done a lot of different things over the years, and so we said, let's just kind of focus on one major charity event a year throughout the year, and that became the Last Minute Toy Store. That is it's a fantastic operation where kids who would not receive Christmas without the Last Minute Toy Store. I think the numbers are somewhere in the 5,000 to 6,000 kids a year are now being able to have Christmas because of it. And a lot of that's because of us. A lot of work goes into that throughout the year. And Chief Ford and Melinda McDowell are both on the board of the Last Minute Toy Store to kind of keep all that going on. Mike Raines' shop is kind of the home of it if you haven't participated in years past. And they're working to get ready to do that. Do we have the dates, Chief Ford?
It's the 15th and the 18th of December.
So the 15th through the 18th is when the shopping and all the event takes place. There's a lot involved with it, from volunteering and helping. I hope you'll take the time to volunteer. If you've never seen it happen, I promise you it'll warm you up. It's really neat to see kids and families who wouldn't be able to have Christmas to be able to receive what is pretty amazing. I think I added it up. It's like $600,000 worth of toys that are given away. So there's a lot that goes into it. So anyway, you can volunteer, I assume, online on the monitor?
It'll be on the monitor starting Monday.
Okay.
You go on there. I kind of challenge the Magic Internet team to volunteer. We haven't had a lot of volunteer abilities the last year or so. I challenge everybody to get out there. And once you do it, it's really a good time. 6,000 kids will have Christmas together.
It'll be a good time. So if you get some volunteer hours that you want to do it, please sign up and do that. Like I said, other than brisk weather, it's fantastic if you get to see and experience that. I hope you'll take the time to do it. And again, we're approaching holidays, as we all know, with a lot going on at this time of year for all of us. So what else do we have? Anybody else messaging? I always forget something in here. Chief Wilkes, anything? To Melinda? I wasn't going to embarrass you, but really glad you're here. Melinda Stevens. Really, really glad. Really. I mean, all I can tell you is she's who I listen to about everything COVID on the front end of this whole episode, and was incredibly challenged by that in the jails. And I remember early on just getting on the phone and saying, what do we do? And it was, she's the one who taught me the word cook, and it wasn't cooking enough. We were testing people, inmates, are you positive? And so, and if you don't know, COVID also showed up in Melinda's life in a very tough way. So I just for all she was doing for all of us and the inmate population and our staff. And I've said this long before now, that there's not a better HSA in the country than Melinda Stevens. She's fantastic, and just glad that you're back. I'm just crossing my fingers that we're beyond that word for forever, but let's just keep our ears and eyes open. I can give you some updates. Our staff numbers are we have 2 out positive today. That has been 0 in the last couple of weeks, so we're down. Our inmate numbers are down. Cross your fingers. We've done everything I know how to do. Now, I'll do anything you ask me to do to try to help. We've been issuing boosters and shots and vaccines. I think in every building. I've seen them here. We were in other facilities. So if there's something we need to do in the world of COVID, please let me know that we can help. There are still people suffering from it, and we know that. It's still a challenge. I just hope that we can get back to some state of a normalcy, and again, whatever that means moving forward, boosters or vaccines or shots. I hope that we can quit arguing about it as a country. That's what I hope, and I hope the health of everyone can be back to some state of normalcy too. So, what else we got? Chief Wilkes, anything? Chief Hudson? Chief Ford, anybody? Chief West is out today, so she don't get a voice, I don't get it. So okay, let's do this. Let's let our honorees, the whole front row, we got food, fellowship, fun. Let's go have a real good day. I appreciate what you do.